Welcome to Poetry Changes Lives. Poetry, history, thought for the day, all in one book. Here's the book. There aren't many books like that, actually, that have a bit of history, on this day, such and such happened, and a poem related to it, and a thought for the day. I think it's a good combination, but then I would say that, wouldn't I? I think people like it once they've discovered it. It makes a very nice present to give your friend or colleague or loved relation that you can't think of anything else to give. Let me demonstrate what it's like. On this day in 1959, a very sad event happened. The American singer Buddy Holly was killed in a plane crash. It was the day the music died for thousands, millions of fans. Other musicians killed in plane crashes since then include Otis Redding, the Lynyrd Skynyrd band members, John Denver, Jim Reeves, Patsy Cline. It seems extraordinary. Other fatal accidents too, involving cars, boats, motorbikes too. It seems somehow musicians have evolved into people living dangerously accident prone. In the case of Buddy Holly's disaster, all he was doing actually was trying to get home as soon as possible from a gig to his beloved wife, and it happened to be appalling weather in the United States in February, as it often is, and they took off against advice, really, in a private plane, and sadly we know what happened. The Buddy Holly disaster was immortalised by Don McLean, of course, in his song American Pie. It always makes me feel sad, actually, every time I hear it, even today. Pop stardom can start off like a fairy tale, but it does have a darker side for so many. At times like that, and I can remember the day the music died. I can remember I was at school at the time. Crikey. It can help to go back to basics at times like that. And that sometimes means for me some of the great poets of the past, and John Donne, the Elizabethan, is undoubtedly one of the great poets of the past. I think he's astonishing, unbeatable in many ways. I'm going to read Death Be Not Proud, a wonderful poem. Death be not proud, although some have called thee mighty and dreadful, for thou art so. For those whom thou thinkest thou dost overthrow. Die not, poor death, nor yet canst thou kill me from rest and sleep, which but thy pictures be. Much pleasure then from thee, much more must flow, and soonst our best men with thee do go. Rest of their bones and souls' delivery, thou art slave to fate, chance, kings, and desperate men. And dost thou poison, war, and sickness dwell, and poppy and charms can make us sleep as well. And better than thy stroke, why swellest thou then? One short sleep's past, we wake eternally, and death shall be no more. Death, thou shalt die. Good on you, John Donne. You've made the point there. Today I remember those who have died young for whatever reason. I will remember, like John Donne, that one short sleep past, we wake eternally. Isn't that a great thought to hang on to. Thanks for listening.